is on the air. Footballers is on the air. Favelas is on the air. Footballers is on the air.
Hello and welcome to Footballers. Getting paid with the boys of Markout Moments. And anybody else that wants to join, because we might have a surprise guest today.
Oh.
We'll see if he joins.
I'm not even aware of it.
Today, Timmy C is busy. Pondwater is at JV football. So it's TJ and Dolla Bill Dave in the house. All right, let's do a quick recap of last week's picks. TJ, you went even for the week.
Okay.
Your first pick was Maryland at Wisconsin under 44.5. Maryland won 27-10. That's 37 points. Nailed it. Efren says Virginia definitely covers at 3 units and a 1 unit money line bet. I hate you, Efren. Are you at a bar?
Never.
We can't have you at a bar because the background noise will be terrible.
Wait, hold on.
Go do the show from the shitter.
If you don't know that, this is my boy Lily.
Lily pad. If you're feeling froggy, just leave.
We bonded at the fantasy football draft.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So TJ's second pick, Oregon State at Oregon. TJ took Oregon minus 34.5. Oregon won 41-7, 34.
But son of a bitches.
TJ took Michigan minus 1 at Nebraska. Michigan covers, winning 30-27. He also took Purdue at Notre Dame. Notre Dame minus 24.5. Notre Dame wins by 26, 56-30. And then TJ blew it. Illinois money line. They only lost by 53. Not too shabby, TJ.
Well, here's the thing, too. Not only did I bet that game, and arguably the dumbest call so far this season by any of us. If you remember, I actually said Illinois IU might be the sleeper game of the week.
Yeah, it was not.
It was 66-10.
And then you took Florida at Miami over 50.5. Final score was Miami 26, Florida 7. That's 33 points. Florida might have one of the worst offenses I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're bad.
Let's do Pondwater. He also went even for the week. His first game, Georgia State at Vanderbilt. He had Vanderbilt minus 27.5. Vanderbilt wins that game easily, 70-21. He then lost the next two, Texas Tech at Utah. He had Utah minus 3. Texas Tech won by 24. Final score 34-10. And then he had Michigan at Nebraska under 46.5. Michigan wins 30-27, like we said. That's 57 points. I have that marked 55 because math is hard. Next game, he won to the SEC. Auburn at Oklahoma. He had Oklahoma minus 6.5. Oklahoma wins by 7, 24-17. But then he lost Auburn at Oklahoma because he had Oklahoma and Auburn over 46.5, and it was 41. His last pick, which was College Game Day, he had Florida at Miami. Miami minus 7.5. Like we said, Miami wins by 19, 26-7. Timmy C coming in next with plus 2 units on the week. He had Iowa at Rutgers. He always bets the under on Iowa at 45.5. Iowa won that game 38-28. That's 66 points, bud.
I think they hit the over at halftime.
They were 3 points away at halftime.
There you go.
So his next bet, he won Kent State at Florida State. He had Florida State minus 45.5. Florida State won that game 66-10. That's 56 points.
It's a popular score.
He then lost Memphis at Arkansas. He had Arkansas minus 7. Memphis comes back and shocks Arkansas at the end, winning 32-31. Zach Meager, it's also National Daughters Day.
There you go.
Good job.
Timmy then went on to win his next 3. Auburn at Oklahoma minus 6.5. Oklahoma, like we said, Oklahoma won by 7. He took Sam Houston at Texas. He had Texas minus 48.5. Texas wins 55-0.
Ouch.
And then he had Miami minus 7.5 at home against Florida. In our game day pick, Miami wins by 19. I won the week at plus 4 units. My only loss by 1.5. I took Purdue plus 24.5 at Notre Dame. Notre Dame won by 26, 56-30. I also took SMU at TCU. TCU minus 7. TCU wins 35-24. That's 11 points. I took Oklahoma by 6.5 at home against Auburn. They won by 7. I took Michigan by 2.5 at Nebraska. They won by 3. I then took just an easy bet. Florida State over 6.5 touchdowns against Kent State. Florida State had 5 touchdowns at the end of the first quarter. They ended the game with 9. They took their foot off the gas after that. They won 66-10, 9 touchdowns and a field goal. My last game, I had Miami minus 7.5 because that just seemed like easy money. They won by 19. Although I will admit, Florida was in that game late in the third quarter with the ball down 6. When at 13-7, they were down 13-7 with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
In Miami territory. Never scored. Florida's offense is horrid. And from what I understand, DJ Lagway has been in a boot this week. Florida might be going with their backup quarterback. I think Lagway's done at Florida. I think he never plays another snap there.
There's a hot take.
Lagway would be lucky to see another snap.
I think Lagway ends up at USF or something like that for a year. If he has a good year, he'll go back to a big school. But he has been horrendous this year. All right. It's week 5. Dirty Mike, I'm adding you in here, buddy. Dirty Mike. The rules are you got to pick 5 games. You can pick, it doesn't even have to be 5 games. You have to pick 5 bets.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to place them all on one game, you can. However, you must pick College Game Day, game of the week. And that this week is Oregon at Penn State. So that must be your final pick of the week. We will get started with everybody else. My first pick of the week, a team I lost to last week. I took Purdue plus 26.5 at Notre Dame. Notre Dame beat them by 26. That was my one loss. This week, I'm taking Notre Dame minus 4.5 at Arkansas. Arkansas just got upset by Memphis last week. What are we doing? And they had the game in hand and blew it. Timmy C is also betting Notre Dame at Arkansas. However, Timmy C is betting under 64.5. Notre Dame had a great defense last year. It led them all the way to the national championship game.
Mm-hmm.
That defense is not good this year.
No,
not good. That was supposed to be their strength, and their offense was what was going to be, giving up 30 to Purdue.
we have not had a good quarterback at Notre Dame since Brady Quinn, probably. And
Jack.
The head coach should be counting his lucky stars, because if they weren't in the national title game last season, he'd be gone right now.
I said before, during Footballers Week 1, my coach on the hot seat last year, I thought was Marcus Freeman. If he didn't do good at Notre Dame.
Oh, he's
and
still
then
there.
after them losing to Northern Illinois in Week 2,
Mm-hmm.
I thought for sure he was going to end up being 7-5, 8-4, and Notre Dame was going to move on.
Maybe you watched that game together.
Yeah, in Chicago.
Yep.
So, all right. Pondwater Dave, his first pick of the week, Ohio State at Washington. He's taking the Huskies +8.
That's interesting. More on that in a bit.
TJ, it's your turn. I need your first pick of the week.
Well, I don't appreciate Pondwater encroaching my territory. I'm the Big Ten guy. So with that being said, I'll skip around. I also picked Ohio State at Washington, but I went Ohio State -8.
And you see here, I'll just go ahead and say it. I took Ohio State -8 at
There you
Washington.
There you go. I don't
Dirty
know.
Mike.
I don't know what would possess Pondwater to think Washington's going to stay within 8 of Ohio State.
I don't see Washington scoring 8 against.
That's
Ohio
where you go. That's what I'm saying.
Dirty Mike, give me
Ohio
your
State's
first
gonna
pick
murder
of the week. I think Ohio State wins.
Hold on,
by a
let me
couple
look.
touchdowns.
Ohio State's got them by at least. I'd give them 8.5, 7.5. I didn't do
The
my
line's-
research.
The line's 8.
Line's 8.
No,
Unless
you're
it
there.
moved.
No,
So if you'd like to take that bet, I can nail it in for you.
Nail it in for me.
All right, Dirty Mike's first game of the week: Ohio State -8 at Washington.
Washington.
All right, I've already given my 2 games, so we'll go with Tim's next one. Tim's going down to the SEC. I'm sure Dirty Mike's going to bet on this game as well. Let's do it. The Tennessee Volunteers are traveling to Mississippi State, Starkville, Mississippi. Mississippi State's undefeated right now, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee's only loss in overtime to Georgia. Tennessee -7.5 is Timmy's pick. While we're at it, Dirty Mike, I know you're a Vol fan. Go ahead. Give me your pick for this game.
I'm going to be a homer here. I'm going to give Tennessee -14.5.
-14.5.
He's doing the FanDuel make up your own shit, I see.
It's a make up your own shit with confidence.
That's true.
go.
They did say make it with confidence.
There you go. You're betting a unit on it. Pondwater Dave's pick. He agrees with Efren here. Florida State at Virginia tomorrow night. He's taking Virginia +7. I don't want to see that.
I mean, I can't remember the last time Virginia was good, but maybe this year's their year.
I mean, they haven't been like good in probably
15 years.
2004.
Vic? Oh, he's Virginia Tech. Never mind.
Yeah.
I
I think
didn't-
at one point in like 2004, I think Virginia was like number 2 or 3 in the country.
Really?
And they played Florida State, and Florida State blowed them out.
Wait, wasn't that Chris Long?
Because I was in the Army, I think, when that happened.
That went to Virginia? Howie Long's
Who?
son that was a defensive end, Chris Long?
Yeah, Chris Long. Yeah, he went to Virginia. So, all right. TJ, game 2.
Again, we're going to stay in the Big Ten, and we have 2 teams aren't great. We got Rutgers at Minnesota. This one, not a real hard pick for me. Neither team has showed much promise so far this year. Give me the under 51 here for Rutgers and Minnesota. I don't like that it's not 51.5, but it is what it is.
Rutgers looked good in the first half against Iowa, and then it fell apart.
Yeah.
And Timmy lost 2 bets in that game because he took the under on the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he already knew he was losing the under, he took another bet at Rutgers -7. And
Good
Iowa
one.
won by 10.
I was hoping you were going to say he rebet the under. After they adjusted it.
He took the adjustment under.
Yeah.
All right. My third pick of the week, going to the power conference of the Atlantic Coast Conference. 2 big-time power programs there. Duke and Syracuse. Duke is traveling up to Syracuse. Duke just defeated NC State last week.
Syracuse is spunky this year, though.
Syracuse beat the tar out of Clemson.
Yeah.
Syracuse is playing some wild stuff this schedule.
With that being said, I'm taking Duke -5.5 at Syracuse.
Wow.
Syracuse just lost their starting quarterback with an Achilles injury. He's out the rest of the year.
There you go.
That changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
Duke -5.5 at Syracuse. Timmy C's third game of the week. Staying in the SEC. LSU at Ole Miss. Timmy's taking the over at over 54.5. I don't know if I like that. LSU's had a good defense so far.
Say it's 54.5.
I was getting the
54.5.
over at 57.5.
I mean, it's close. I get it.
Yeah.
To me, you could go. That's a pick 'em at that score.
I mean, you're looking at a 28-27 ball game.
That's
Ole
what I
Miss
mean.
is favored by 1.5.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 28-27 to me is not out of the question for that game.
I see more like a 21-20, 24-20. I don't think LSU has a good offense, but their defense is good.
Right.
So we'll see. Podwater Dave is also taking LSU at Ole Miss. He says Ole Miss minus 1.5. Fuck LSU.
He would say something like that.
TJ, let's get your Big Ten pick of the week.
Oh, that's
Or your
coming.
Big
Say
Ten.
that's later. But number 11 IU at Iowa this week. I think last week after I picked IU to win Illinois to win a nail biter against IU, and then they lost by 56. But it's a combination of maybe IU is better than I gave them credit for, and why in the hell was Illinois ranked? I don't know why they're still ranked. But I think IU's offense, at the very least, is top 15 in the country, which is mind-blowing because they've been ass most of my life in football.
Hermes is in here. Big Game Lane to stunt on Brian Kelly.
There's no such thing. Pull a homer move here. There's no such thing as Big Game Lane. Lane will leave you in the middle of the night.
That's correct.
He'll sneak out. He'll sneak out at 1 a.m, catch a flight, and he's never coming back.
Okay, Tennessee. TJ, Indiana at Iowa.
So I'm going to break the chain here. Iowa over 48.
Oh, because Indiana's going to score 48.
Yeah, I think they're going to score 42.
All right. Dirty Mike, game 3.
I'm gonna revisit the SEC. I have to because of Lane Kiffin. I'm gonna go to the LSU Ole Miss game.
So you're taking LSU plus 1.5 or money line?
I'm taking LSU plus 7.5.
Plus 7.5.
Dang.
The line's 1.5. You don't get 7.5 unless
like,
you go LSU minus 7.5.
Let me just
in
pull
all seriousness, I'll take LSU. They'll at least win by 3.5.
You think LSU? You take LSU's money line at Ole Miss. Okay. Game 4. I'm going to the SEC for the powerhouse that is the Vanderbilt Commodores.
Oof. Those are words I thought I'd never hear.
They won 70-21 last week.
They did.
Utah State is in town. They're pulling in Indiana and playing a bunch of nobodies. I'm taking Vanderbilt minus 22.5 at home against Utah State. They've been blowing out everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's going on here?
It's almost like they know how to play football now.
This is a first.
Yeah.
They beat Alabama last year and all of a
quarterback.
Sudden. Yep. Timmy C sticking with the SEC.
Lame.
Auburn travels to College Station where they take on Texas A&M Aggies. Timmy C's going Texas A&M minus 5.5. Is this where Texas A&M finally breaks their streak of struggling when they're ranked? Because they're in the top 10 now, correct? Or
I
they
believe
11?
that is true.
They
yeah.
might be 11.
They're 11 or 10 somewhere in there, but I mean they're close. They're close enough.
Every time they get there, they lose. Can they eke it out and win against Auburn? Timmy C says yes. Texas A&M minus 5.5.
You know, Timmy, we're
Pondwater Dave.
Real Cincinnati fan. He should be picking MAC games.
Pondwater Dave. Going Big Ten country. USC at Illinois at noon. over 59.5. Indiana did that at home against Illinois on their own.
Yeah, but this is not IU. This is Illinois. It's the other side of it.
No, Indiana did that against Illinois.
No, I know that, but I'm saying that Illinois is playing in this game, not IU. And USC is not IU.
I know. So what kind of offense does USC produce? And also, here's the kicker. It's a noon kickoff. So it's an 11 a.m. kickoff in Illinois.
Oh, it's
a 9 a.m. kickoff in LA.
But I think Illinois is going to play this game embarrassed from last week. I expect them to put up a fight. Again, they were almost in the top 10. They had to have been ranked for a reason. After last week, I don't know what that reason is, but there had to have been a reason. Why Illinois? I didn't understand where it came from. And since
Hermes says USC has 5 of the top 25 offensive players. So I know they've been recruiting good.
Like in Los Angeles, or
no, on their team, 5 of the top 25 offensive players play on USC.
Yeah, that would have been USC, UCLA. That's what I meant. So the top 25 players in LA.
Oh, in LA.
I actually also picked USC and Illinois because Dave can't get out of my fucking conference. So I went under 61. That's what I went. Again, I expect Illinois to put up some fight here.
To play a little defense.
Yeah.
Dirty Mike, game 4.
I'm going to go back. I got to talk about the SEC. Timmy's got a hot take with the Aggies beating Auburn. I've got to speak up. I've got Auburn fans in my household. Shout out to my wife. But I think Auburn upsets them.
So are you taking Auburn money line? Or are you taking Auburn plus 6.5 or plus 5.5?
I'm going to take Auburn plus 5.5.
Okay. Smart man.
Walked himself off the ledge a little bit there. I like that.
Yeah, good. All right. Game 5. Tomorrow night, Florida State Seminoles. First ACC game of the year. You travel to Charlottesville to play the Virginia Cavaliers. I'm going a different direction. I'm not taking Florida State -7 or Virginia +7.
Mm-hmm.
These are the number 1 and number 2 offenses in the country.
Oh.
I'm taking the over 60.5. Virginia's defense, not good.
Mm-hmm.
Offense, pretty good. Defense, not so much.
Fair.
I like the over. Timmy C.
Sounds
also
crazy.
betting that game. He's betting Florida State -6.5. If Florida State doesn't win this game by multiple touchdowns, I will be highly disappointed.
I think Timmy has voted a Florida State game every week.
Well, he's been nailing it other than the first week when he took Alabama.
And
He said Alabama. His words exactly. Alabama is deep.
They sure are. In the shit.
Their second team will run it up on Florida State. That was what he said.
They're 1-2, I think, right now.
2-1.
That's what I meant. But again, I haven't seen Timmy pick a Cincinnati game yet. Fake ass bitch.
Or Ohio State till he's an Ohio State fan too, so he ain't picked them either.
Yeah, Cincinnati and Ohio State. What a bum.
Podwater. Independent and SEC. He's taking Notre Dame -5.5 at Arkansas. I like that pick, man. I like that pick.
Arkansas.
Yeah. I took it at 4.5. So.
I'm going to try to go to the Notre Dame Boise State game this year.
Just don't do it in Boise. I'd throw up with that blue field looking at that.
No,
shit.
it's in Notre Dame. Yeah, I'm going to go to Idaho.
Notre Dame doesn't play. Notre Dame's not playing anybody not at Notre Dame unless it's like mandated that they have to play 5 ACC games.
Well, I guarantee you I'm not flying to Idaho to watch Notre Dame. I can promise you that.
I wouldn't fly to Idaho for $1 million.
I would for $1 million. I've been there before.
I'd do it for $2 million.
Okay. That's reasonable.
I'd do it for $1 million. I'd pay for my beach house.
in Idaho.
I think Fayetteville's going to be rowdy too. That crowd's going to be lit, but can they score and keep up the pace with Notre Dame? Notre Dame's freshman's a quarterback, and he's looked good since game one. He had a very slow start.
Yeah. Notre Dame's a pretty young
All
team
right.
this year.
TJ, game 5.
Again, we're sticking with the Big Ten. Quite frankly, I picked this game because I ran out of games to pick. San Jose State at Stanford.
That's not Big Ten. That's ACC.
Stanford's ACC?
Yeah.
Well, shit. I went ACC.
The Atlantic coast of California.
Yeah, Stanford should be in the Big Ten. But listen. Does anyone here know anything about fucking San Jose State or Stanford? No.
Stanford's coach is Frank Reich.
I like him. So just to pull out of my ass here, I went Stanford -3. Because Stanford should win this game.
Stanford upset Boston College 2 weeks ago.
There you go. Stanford should win this game.
Mike, 5th pick.
I'm gonna do a lame one here, and I'm gonna follow up Dave. And for the first time in my life, I'm gonna back Florida State.
I like it.
I think they're gonna cover very well, and they're blowing people out of the water. They're upsetting expectations every day, especially mine. There's nobody that hates Florida State more than I do. Maybe the only other team I hate more than them is Florida. But I'm going to back Florida State on this one. They're going to cover. They're going to cover very well.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, it's college game day pick of the week. College game day
They're
will
going to cover,
be,
and they're going to cover well. I've never heard that.
And you'll never hear it again.
It tickled me. It got me.
College game day is going to be in Happy Valley this week.
This is going to be a
And
lights
what
out game.
is I was supposed to be in Happy Valley this week. We originally had plans to fly up to go to Florida State at Virginia in Charlottesville tomorrow night, get up first thing Saturday morning, drive to Happy Valley, and go to Penn State, Oregon for the whiteout game in Penn State.
Yeah, this game's going to be nuts.
Plans fell through. Can James Franklin get over the hump? Here we go. Timmy C is picking Oregon +4 at Penn State. Pondwater Dave picking Penn State -3 at home against Oregon. Dan Lanning has the same knock, but Dan Lanning beat Penn State twice last year. Once during the regular season, right?
Who are you talking about?
Penn State only lost to Ohio State in the regular season, didn't they? Dan Lanning
Yes.
won the Big Ten with Oregon last year. They beat Penn State in the Big Ten championship.
I think Oregon lost like a last-second field goal or some shit like that.
No, Oregon won and won easy against Penn State.
No, I
Oregon
meant
didn't
against Ohio State.
Oh, yeah, Penn State lost against Ohio State late.
Yeah.
But Oregon won the Big Ten in their first year in the Big Ten.
Yes.
Beginning of the year, I said I think Penn State wins the national championship.
You did.
The beginning of this year?
Yep.
Oof.
I took Oregon +4. That doesn't mean Penn State loses. But I take Oregon +4. Andrew says Ducks by a field goal. I could see it. I am excited. I think this is going to be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, this is going to be nuts.
And I will probably be watching this game over Alabama, Georgia. Well, I'll have both games on. I mean, I've got multiple TVs in this room, so there'll be both games on.
We're not
but
forced.
it depends. The game that we're watching is on the big TV with the sound. So both games will be on, but
I'll be at Top Golf, so I'm definitely watching both.
yeah, until somebody knocks off Ohio
You
State,
need to
they are
go
the
to
best team.
Top
Ohio
Golf.
State's defense is sick.
Shut up.
You
Watch
need
your
practice.
You need to watch your mouth, okay? You don't know how good
I'm
I am.
Dirty
I'm
Mike.
terrible.
Dirty Mike, Oregon at Penn State. Give me your pick.
So I hate to do this. Wife's an Auburn fan, Penn State, the whole deal. But I'm gonna have to take Penn State. I'm gonna give Penn State the -3.5. And I think it's gonna be an amazing game. I'll be watching it through and through.
I mean, dude, Penn State has an amazing crowd up there. A night game, the whiteout game. It's gonna be rocking.
Penn State having a whiteout game is always insane.
Georgia by 21 over Alabama. I don't see that. I don't think Georgia's got the dogs this year.
I don't think Georgia will beat Alabama by 21. I think that'll be a dogfight as well.
I don't care who wins that game. They can both lose for all I care.
Tie.
But if Alabama wins, it makes Florida State look that much better.
That's correct.
A lot of Florida State fans are, oh my God, we gotta, everybody that Florida State needed to win last week for college playoff implications lost. And Florida State fans are upset about it. But I said, who gives a shit? If you win out, you're in.
Right.
And somebody responded with, that didn't happen 2 years ago. Well, it was also a 4-team playoff 2 years ago. Now it's 12.
Yeah.
And the ACC has 2 spots.
You could probably lose again and still make it.
If Florida State and Miami are anywhere close to the top 12 at the end of it, they're both in.
Florida State could probably lose again and still make it.
A lot of it is, I mean, if Florida State Florida State loses to Miami next week and they win out, they're going to meet again, most likely in the ACC championship.
Right.
Say Florida State were to lose that again, they're still in.
Right.
So it's okay. You can lose a game. If you win your conference championship, no matter what, you're in.
You're in.
The SEC gets 4. The Big Ten gets 4. And then you get the Big 12, the ACC.
And 2
get a couple. The Big 12's not getting 2 in.
No.
And it looks like Texas Tech is a shoe-in for that. Because they're smoking everybody because they got a hell of a payroll.
That is a fact, Jack.
Notre Dame's already lost 2 games. Not looking good for them.
No. Notre Dame's too young this year. They're real young this year.
Yeah.
Rebuilding year.
Yes, this is true. Clemson and Carolina will be on the Cartoon Network October. All right. TJ, you're the Big Ten guru.
Yep.
I'm giving you the main event. Oregon at Penn State in Happy Valley.
I'm going to take 2 bets on this game. And allow me to be the one to make a declarative statement on the show. Oregon money line. Plus 145. I'm picking the Ducks. And then give me the over at 52.5 as well.
Oregon at Penn State. Over 52.5. There you have it, folks. The picks of the college football geniuses.
That's right.
From Markout Moments. Don't forget to like and subscribe right here on markoutmoments.net. Make sure you check out all our other shows here, including this guy right here, Andrew Hermes, TNA Top 10. Also right here now on markoutmoments.net. Andrew, thanks for joining us tonight. Love chatting with you in the chat. Love chatting with you over text. Love seeing you in person. Don't love Nebraska? Dylan Raiola's a fake-ass Patrick Mahomes.
That's correct.
But I think college football is better when Nebraska is better. Problem is, Nebraska does not belong in the Big Ten.
No, it's just they just don't fit. It's weird.
It's weird. Nebraska should have stayed in the Big 12 and ended up in the SEC or something.
Yeah, I was saying I don't hate Nebraska in the SEC.
Yeah.
It just feels better.
Something about it is missing.
I agree.
The mystique is gone with Nebraska. And I think we need to get it back because they were a legit powerhouse dynasty of a program.
Okay, I don't want to upset Andrew too much, but I just said last week I'm pretty sure Nebraska is the Dallas Cowboys of college football. They get hyped and they don't do anything.
That's
yeah.
rough.
Every year you think they're going to be back, and they
And
haven't.
they're
been.
not.
That's a rough take.
But it's true. You didn't say I
I'm
was
not
wrong.
saying
You
you're
said-
wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I'm not even a fan in that one cut deep.
I like when Nebraska's good. The
I do
Tommy
too.
Frazier days. I
Lawrence
mean,
Phillips.
Nebraska had some good teams, but since they got blown out against Miami in the national championship back in 2001,
Who's that linebacker? That Trev Albert? Is that his name?
well, Buccaneer legend Levante David,
That's true.
Nebraska. Surefire Hall of Famer right there. First ballot. So there you go, guys. Those are our picks right here on markoutmoments.net. Sometime Saturday during the day, we will bring you our NFL footballers. Don't know when, but check in right here. We'll see you then. Good night.
Good day.